Alright, what's up? Zigglin here. I'm going to be doing a VOD review this time of a gameplay that, let me see who sent it. Anthony sent me. So yeah, this is going to be my first time looking at this VOD. I didn't have time to go through it like I usually do with other VODs because I was pretty busy today. So it's probably going to sound unpolished, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's get right to it.
So
Just gonna
play someone big so Anna can.
skip the hero selection here.
Stick together. ازيك?
Please and thank you.
If you guys suck at DPS, I'm going DPS just so you know.
Okay. I'm gonna hack. So I won't.
Stop the payload.
Alright, we should see your team comp, see what you're playing with. Okay, so it looks like you guys have an Anna, that's you, Zenyatta, Winston, Reinhardt, Genji, and I think a Sombra, who's hacking health pack somewhere. So yeah, pretty solid. That's 2-2-2 lineup, 2 tanks, 2 support, 2 DPS. That's pretty much bread and butter of Overwatch right now. It's pretty uncommon in higher elos for people to run Winston and Monkey because both of them have pretty similar strengths in that they just put down shields and like live as long, but they don't have like the special niches that Zarya or D.Va fills, where D.Va has mobility and can eat up to an infinite amount of damage with her Matrix, and Zarya, who's more offensive, does more damage, and has a way more impactful ult. So usually teams don't run Winston and Ryan because they kind of overlap and they don't bring as many strengths together because they don't really work off each other other than just like providing shields from each other. Genji Sombra is fine. It actually works pretty well because Sombra will EMP and then Genji will get a mostly uncontested blade because enemies can't use any abilities like sleep dart or nade or trans or beat. And Zenyatta is fine in solo queue. Team comp's fine. Well, because you're playing Zenyatta, your heals have to be more focused rather than just a Lucio amping. So you guys have to be careful and you have to look out for each other when you guys are being attacked by
I'm
flankers.
gonna use health packs.
Especially since Zen is so easy to kill. Okay. Right here, you shouldn't drop from high ground.
I'm gonna use health packs.
There's honestly no reason for you to jump from high ground right now. I could, maybe if the Winston jumped on you right now and he was zapping you and he was on the high ground, then you could maybe drop and nade yourself so you could live long enough to go to the mega health pack inside the gas station under you. But right now you shouldn't be dropping. Like these are easy shots because they're very horizontal. When you're looking down like straight down vertically, yes, some people do drop down because it's a lot easier to shoot people horizontally than looking straight down vertically, but right here there's almost no vertical drop off. It's just really easy to hit shots. You don't have to drop. So yeah. And because you're on the low ground and your Zen didn't drop, your Zen can't see you anymore, so he can't put orb on you. It's line of sight. Alright, let's talk about your nade too.
I'm gonna use health packs.
See your This is one of those situations where it's an FPS game and really a big 60% Overwatch is just having aim. So if you stay on high ground, another reason why high ground is good on Anna. Sorry, I'm backtracking a lot. Because you can see over people's heads. You won't be lined by other people. So by being on this high ground, it's allowing you to shoot over this Ryan onto this Winston. He's just healing because he's at the front. But once you drop, see, now your Ryan is line of sighting this Winston, and it's harder to hit your Winston because you have to aim for like extremities that aren't covered by the Reinhardt. Yeah, really? All you have to do was hit your Winston twice while you're hitting the Genji with a full HP, and you probably wouldn't have to nade him because he would be at half. And then you could save your nade right here because I feel like if the Winston kept pushing you, you would have died. Yeah. Oh, wow, he doesn't chase. What the? It's a pretty big goof from the Winston. You definitely should have died. I think he tried to mail you. Have ammo? It's a few shots in your Winston, but I mean, it happens. Sure, you know. I think you know that.
Well,
You don't have to like go over it.
they're using the strategy we're using, which is Sombra, but I think I might have my EMP up first.
One of the steps to like improving your aim is like identifying situations where if you hit like maybe 25% more shots, like you're pocketing someone and you were shooting 4 times and you hit 3 of the 4 times. Think of the situations where you could have saved yourself using a
You guys
nade
got that. Just keep
just
using
to
the
help heal
attacks.
them for the heal boost, because a nade is way more potent on saving for yourself so that you live longer from a dive, or you get a fat anti and effectively shuts out the heals.
I don't think
I want to go back on this part. So, yeah, a good part, an important facet of playing Ana or really any sport is how you absorb a dive. So this dive is very linear. It's just Winston jumping on your supports. He's not jumping at you directly, but he's jumping on a fellow support, and it's just a Winston. So it's linear because it's coming from one direction rather than a Winston jumping on you and then Tracer coming from the side and then Genji dashing through you. So right here, you should be healing your Zen. That's a good nade because he was lined for you, so you have to go as fast as possible. Yeah, right there, you just hit the shot. Hitting the sleep isn't as important right now as healing your Zen, because he's taking 60 damage per second from the Winston gun. He almost died when you naded him, so you know he's a little bit more than 100 HP, but you just need to hit him once and he'll be at full
I don't
HP.
think this health tech is working, man.
No one has been using them.
But I guess if you hit that sleep, he also
Yeah,
would
we
have.
have.
But you haven't though.
He also would have been safe,
We
but
have though.
I should
it's a
have
lot
done
easier to
EMP
just
as
heal your
much
Zen,
earlier then,
take
if
through the
you were
damage,
using them.
and then let your Zen just kill the Winston.
I'll
'Cause he
swap
can put up a
to,
ton of
like,
damage at that
We
range.
can't like sit here running the health pack all day.
Alright, you have nano up, and you need to be thinking about who you're gonna nano.
Lock it.
So you weren't using the health packs.
I was.
Uh,
I just used one. And
Best case on your team comp would be Genji Blade, because Nano Blade is just
You're never gonna-
super strong.
You're never gonna force anyone to use
That's
health
pretty
packs.
self-explanatory.
But, like, that's how
I'm gonna
she works.
shove health packs down your throat.
Your other options, which are both situational, is Tracer and Ryan, I think.
By saying you're not going to force anyone, that means you're not willing to cooperate.
Tracer Ryan.
I'm
Tracer's
just
really good
curious,
for
it's nothing to do
killing their
with me,
back
I'm
line,
just saying.
because her damage would just be crazy, and so her survivability.
We can't just run to the health.
Ryan's also really good for like contesting point, and everyone has a go point, so he just has to swing and he can do a shit ton of damage.
Ooh, good chatter.
Walk it off.
It's a mercy.
Working on it.
As Ana, you want to be using your burst healing to keep your tanks alive. So right here you see his Tracer's low. You hit her once, and then, yeah. And you hit her once, and that's half her HP because he heals 75 per shot. And then you see her Harmony. So then you should not be looking at her anymore because she's going to be topped off by the Harmony. Instead, you want to look back at your tanks. You know something's being pressured because one of your teammates just died.
Ooh, good chatter.
So you know they're fighting somewhere, so you want to keep your tanks up as much as possible as Ana, especially Ana since you're the most healing.
Working
Zen
on it.
can't keep tanks up as well as you can.
I'm hacked and dead.
Right here, this is why,
I'm hacked and dead.
pretty much this is why no one plays Ana in, what you're experiencing is why no one plays Ana in like scrims and high level tournaments. Because of this right here. It's just so hard to heal people when there's Winston bubbles and Diva Matrix everywhere. Right here, your Sombra's fighting on point, but you can't really help her because of the Winston bubble. Or no, that's your Tracer, not Sombra. It's a good sleep, but I don't think we're getting out. Maybe.
Also
Oh,
Winston.
yeah. So yeah, once you got right here, like team fight is lost. Next people are gonna die. Just walk towards the cart and just die in it. Just try to stop it from moving just a little bit. Every bit counts.
Also Winston.
Alright, you should be asking your Genji what his blade is at. So you can nano blade.
My ultimate is charging.
Old, hello.
My ultimate
Hello there. I'm in ازيك؟ My ultimate is ready.
All systems checked out.
Okay, I'm gonna let this like go through, then refresh it. Okay. So you're walking out. Right now, your priority is to get your nano off on your Genji, who you hope has Blade. I don't think he pinged it. Yeah, that's just pulse bomb and dragon strike. I don't remember the last time he played, but hopefully he's pretty close. But this is why you ask in like team
My
chat.
ultimate is ready.
I think you're pinging it, but he like doesn't respond.
All systems.
Okay, so you're looking at the team fight with your support walls, and you can already see this guy is gonna die because there's no way you guys can reach him in time, and it's just gonna be a Genji on point. If he has Blade, which we don't know because we're not communicating with him, then I would just suicide, like just go walk up right here and then just peek and nano, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna die really soon. But I got the nano off, and if he can nano Blade, then A, he can wipe everyone because it's really strong, or they'll bait out the trans and maybe another ult, which will make the next week test easier.
All systems checked
Right
out.
here you died with nade, pretty unlucky. There's really no need. There's really no need to sleep because Baby Diva, because you're stronger than Baby Diva, especially when you have nade up, because that's 60 damage and she has harmony on her, so that's an extra, not harmony, discord. It's actually 30%, which is what, around 80 damage, more than 80. So you really just need to hit one shot. Try to hit one shot first and then nade, because then you can also heal. You nade the ground and then you also heal yourself for 100 and do 80 damage to her. And melee, and you finish her. So some small mechanical errors.
All systems
The Zen also should have killed her. Like just mechanical mistakes from both people.
Old soldiers are hard to kill.
Group up here. Group up with me. Thanks.
Okay, so hopefully Genji has Blade now. I hope. Jeez, okay. He's died again, rip.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
So I'm just going top left.
This will help.
Okay, this is another situation where you don't need to nade.
So I'm just going top left.
Like you have 3 shots and you see her going in cover to recharge your matrix. Like it's very hard for Diva to get exploded. As long as you keep pumping just 75 heals per shot into her, it's very hard to get D-Mac because whenever she will get pressured, like once she feels damage coming in, then she'll just hold matrix. So you don't really need to burst heal her,
Will help.
and she's in cover right now. So
Nano boost is ready. Get in there, and I'll hit you.
like in solo queue, you want to save nade as like the biggest impact you can get with your nade is first getting a big anti on the front line or back line. And then the second best thing you can do with your nade is keep yourself alive with it. When normally, if you didn't use nade, you would have died. Because the longer you stay alive, the more heals you can put out, and generally it's a lot easier for your team to sustain and win team fights.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I save nade for my tanks, our teammates, as last resort. But yeah, it's like it's still always worth to save a teammate with nade. Like if they're getting focused and you need that 50% extra heal buff on them, then yeah, that's definitely worth. If they would have died other ways, or they're like you're coming right around the corner and you need that splash around the corner, yeah, that's hella worth. But you wanna be greedy and smart. I don't know how to describe it. You wanna be greedy and smart at the same time. You wanna hold your nade as much as possible. Like you don't want to use it lightly. That's That's such a shitty way of explaining it, but it's the best way I can put it. I'm sorry. Alright, let me see how you died there. I'm too busy talking.
You're powered up. Get in there. You're powered up.
Okay. Right here, this is a good time to nade. You hit your Zen once, and he should be fine. I'm not kill. You heal your Zen once without the nade, he should be fine. Because he has what? 3 bars, that's 75 HP, so he'll be at 150, that's fine. And he'll start recharging shields. What you want to do is notice how you're at 60 HP. That's pretty low. Your diva is also pretty low, and you nade on her. Just because you nade on her doesn't mean she's invincible. So you want to keep pocketing her. Also, you know she's getting really low. Oh, oops.
Get in there.
You know she's getting really low, and she has Discord Orb on her. You just nade on her, so like most people's thought process are when they get nade on is that, oh, I have to do as much damage as possible now. So she's not going to be matrixing. So she's going to be taking all the shots, and she's not going to be negating any damage. So I would walk up just a little bit and nade on the ground right here to heal myself and her, and put the buff on her, so I can pocket her a lot more efficiently. And keep her mech. As soon as her mech breaks, then she loses the nano, and your ult's pretty much wasted. All right, right here, this position here, you peek wide for her.
Nano boost is ready. Get in there.
You shouldn't
and I'll
peek
hit
wide
you.
here. As support, you always want to be hiding. You never want to be playing in the open.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Like I get you like want to see the fight maybe, like, because if you're standing over here, then it's really hard to see the card and stuff. But it's just such a long sightline. There's just gonna be so much spam coming through, like Zen orbs and soldier rockets. Like you just want to stay away from it and just heal. The late transit is lucky.
Old soldiers are hard to kill. The payload is approaching its
So yeah, just want to hug balls.
Take your medicine.
I'm lucky the Zen was standing on top of you, so you absorbed the shot.
All systems checked out.
Being enough.
There's some shit.
Thanks.
I don't know really what to say about that fight.
Take your medicine. The payload is approaching its destination. Take your medicine. The payload is approaching its destination.
The only thing I guess I could say is that you notice you start getting shot when you're in scope. Like when you're in scope, you're really vulnerable. So you just gotta get the fuck out of scope really quick and nade yourself. Reaction times are a little bit slow, and you also get impede, which is really unlucky, right? As you're about to hit.
All systems checked out.
Okay. I guess we can. This isn't a very good situation, but we can talk a little bit about heal order. Heal order is having a priority list in your head of like who you heal first. And in your heal order, you take account of like every teammate's percent health. So percent of their maximum, their current health, the percent. I don't know. I'm so tired right now. I'm fucked. I'm sorry, man. Percent of their max health, and what their impact could be if they were alive. So like what ults they have, what abilities they have up, and like who's receiving or who's about to receive the most damage. So those are the 3 things you want to consider when you're talking about your heal order. So right now, let's see. You have 3 people who are critical, but obviously you can't heal them all. So let's see what your options are. What is this? A widow? I can't even tell. I know this is a reaper. Try to find out. Okay, no. It's a baby diva, I think. I think your son dies, right? Yeah, that's right. I don't know who that is on the left.
All systems checked out.
Being enough.
There's some.
Yeah, it is widow. Yeah.
All systems
So you have baby diva, widow, and reaper. Who do you heal first? Chose.
Being enough.
There's some.
Where should you try to hit the diva first? Yeah. So right here you have a reaper, baby diva, and widow who all need healing, and they're all critical and they're all gonna die. In this situation, you can only save one. So who do you pick? Well, let's consider their percent health. They're all fucking low, so yeah, they all need healing. Secondly, who's gonna have more potential impact if they're alive? Right here, you have a baby diva, and honestly, she's so low that like you won't even be able to save her. I think someone's shooting her right now. Widow, you can't even heal because she's lining you, and at the same time, she's not providing any impact because she's behind a wall, hiding from Diva Bomb. So the best choice here is to heal your Reaper first. Why? Because not only is he contesting cart, he's contesting cart, stopping you from moving, but he also probably does the most consistent damage out of all three. So his impact would be the highest. So yeah. Time you could have been using it on Diva, you could have been Reaper, which you end up nading, but like I said, it's way more important to nade yourself. Like it's just as important to keep yourself alive. And no one can heal you. You have to heal yourself. So, so if you use a 2-shot to use on Diva and use it on Reaper instead, you could have saved nade for yourself, nade yourself, and you probably would have lived even longer. And then you could pocket him even longer. Who knows what would happen?
Wow.
Something to keep in mind.
Or Reaper.
Hopefully that made sense.
I didn't say you think so. I think he's just trying to get better at the game. Yeah.
Let's skip Hero Slug again.
My autograph.
Yada.
Alright, she just got destroyed. Nothing good done. She just died way too quick. Alright, right here, you see a critical. As soon as you see critical as a healer, that's a big warning sign that you just need to start healing. Especially when you see a critical sign in a place where damage is very likely to be coming. This guy, I think it's a McCree, he's in front of the cart. Everyone's set up on gas over here, on the top of the gas station, and you know there's a lot of damage coming onto the cart. So he's not safe, and he needs help. Compared to this Farah, who, if she starts taking damage, she can either just sink, or just fly to the left a little and hide behind this rock. She's not even that low. I just need to react a little bit better. I think died then. I think right here you should just nade yourself. It doesn't hurt to stay alive a little bit longer, especially on attack. I don't know if you thought like the fight was over already and just decided to reset. Okay. You never want to be scoped and staying still. That's like staying still is probably the worst thing you can do in this game because it just lines you up. Worst thing you can do at any FPS. Like your mobility right now is practically 0. Your head box is not moving at all. So if Summer was to pop up behind you right now, like, she would just have the easiest time shredding you. You wanna practice? Like the only way to get better is honestly just keep doing it. So like hold his AD while you're scoped in. Keep moving. Never stop moving. And then get to the point where you can quick scope, so you don't have to stay in scope like that. I'll probably show you later at the end of this video.
Get in there.
Okay. Interesting nano choice. I don't know the team comp exactly, but I know they have Winston. So yeah, what are your nano? Your nano possibilities here are McCree, Winston, Bastion, and Farah. Farah, I would say, let me rank these boost targets from best to worst. It'd probably be Winston, Farah, McCree, Bastion. I think, yeah, Winston, Fair, McCree, Bastion. I say Winston because to take this point, to take first point on a Route 66, it's really important that you control the high ground, the gas station around this bend. And to do that, you need to have like a jump. You need verticality, and Winston has that. And if you give him nano, then he becomes a lot more tankier. He does a lot more damage, so it's a lot easier for him to push people off the gas station. And once people are off the gas station, they're on the low ground. It's really easy to kill them, especially with your Bastion McCree. Second best boost target here was Fair because it makes her more resilient to people who will kill her. So like hit scan, and she does a lot more damage. Like because she has such a high alpha damage of 120 per rocket. Multiply that by 50%, or increase that by 50%, and she'll do 180 damage per rocket, which is really good. But it's also kind of inconsistent because it's a projectile. It has a travel time. Normally, if this was a Grandmaster game, I would rank McCree above Fair because McCree's damage is more consistent, but it's much more consistent because it's hit scan. But Grandmasters probably have better aim to take advantage of that fact. This is just I've never, yeah, that's just what I've observed. That's like an anecdote. So yeah, but this case Fair over McCree. Bastion's only good nanoing if you see them like dive onto him, just keep him alive. He'll just stay alive for so long. It's so hard to kill a nano Bastion setup. And since everyone's diving him, they're up in his face, so like it's really easy to shoot. Yeah. I didn't even say Hanzo because there's zero reason to boost Hanzo. His only consistent source of damage is scatter shot. And melee, I guess. Alright, really odd hack when you already killed their whole team. Alright, you see they solo res the Zenyatta. Yep, this is good. Keep your Winston healed while he's taking damage. Oh, that's a fat rock. That was a nice leap. Unlucky your Dane got eaten. As you play more, you'll get more used to like figuring out how to get your abilities through the matrix. Like there's no secret technique. It's just like you have to feel the timing of when people will drop matrix. Alright, let's talk about positioning for a bit. As Ana, you want to be ace high ground as much as possible because it will give you more sight lines to work with, and it'll keep you safer. So let's imagine that the enemy team does decide to retake right here, which is pretty common. The higher you up you go, more teams will contest the last second. Like they'll wait for as many people as they can and then contest at the last second. And sometimes they'll have ult advantages because you guys would use ults to push the cart forward in the first place. So compare the position you are right now with the position that you could have been if you were set up on those wooden walkway behind you on the high ground. Like you go behind this billboard up the ramp, and there's like a wooden walkway behind you. That's like behind the road. I don't know how to describe it. Here you're close to cart, yes, so it's like easier to hit targets, I guess, easier to throw a nade and sleep. But you're also a lot more verbal, and you don't have as many sight lines. If Winston were to jump right here on top of the cart, you're right there with him, and you can be taking a lot of damage too. Compared to if you're playing back on the, I'm so tired right now. I'm sorry. The wooden catwalk. Winston has to walk all the way up to the gas and then jump before he can reach you, and that's really risky for him because he has to walk on this wooden walkway, which is really open. There's no cover, and he's going to take a lot of damage. Alright, my drawing sucks, dick. Also, from here, it's really hard for you to see your Hanzo and people on the high ground. It's really hard for you to see people coming out of this choke and heal anything that's on this roof. Compared to as if you were on the catwalk, you have you have more elevation, so you can see over and heal people, and it's a lot easier to throw nade. So generally, you want to take high ground. Find ways to take high ground as much as possible. And as you play the game, you'll have like you'll get like you'll build habits of like spots where you set up on every map.
This will help. Watching your back.
All right, clean fight. They just struck on. Oof, this is risky. All right, right here. This is another bad example of heal order, or another good example of heal order. Your fair is 1 HP. She definitely needs healing. Like, the Winston's also low, but like, he's inside a house. If you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to do damage because he's like. I mean, yeah, there could be someone like right next to him inside the house, but Fair is up in the air and she could literally get shot by anything. And really, it just takes anything to kill right now. So you want to get at least one shot onto her as quick as possible, because you know she's gonna try to hide, but still, you just want one shot on her just in case. You know she's looking for safety right now, so you just hit one shot on the Fair. She's more than healthy enough to like take pepper damage from pellets or like really long range damage or something. And then you start focusing the Winston. And then maybe you heal Winston to like 75%, and then you go back to Fair just so she can start flying back. You top off Fair, then she can start going back to the fight. And then you go back to topping off. Like, you want to be spreading your heals. Look at here. What's the? This is honestly a Hail Mary nade. Like, it's not that consistent. Like, it's. You want when you throw a nade, you want to be 99% sure that it'll hit. And right here, this is a 40% chance nade of hitting, because it would have to direct him. If it doesn't hit the ground next to him, which is really hard because you're on the low ground, then you have to hit it like directly on top of him. Because right now it's just gonna go past him, and it's gonna hit the wall in the back, and won't be in range to splash onto him. Like I said, you want to be smart with your nade. And he also ulted. You don't need to pocket him as hard because he's 1000 HP. Right here, you just need to heal your Fair. She's low. I know I think you unscope because you want to see where the attack visor is coming from, but right here you have to know that you're pretty safe because you're behind the cart. You can just hide behind the cart. I don't think you could have healed your Fair through attack visor anyways, but it's still the effort that counts. Okay. Right here, we need to be a little bit more observant. You can see the bullets come through right here into your Bastion. And your Bastion, characters will also make noise when they're taking damage, but obviously it's not so explicit with Bastion because he makes like booping noises. But other characters will like make grunts of pain. Like that should catch your attention that someone needs healing. Also, like, look at when you see like rockets or bullets flying in. Especially if they're not aiming towards you. Especially if you can tell they're aiming somewhere else other than you. Then you know someone's taking damage. Another missed nade. It hurts to watch. Alright, you took that smart fight pretty smart. You played it safe and you went around a corner to wait for your cooldown for coming back in. It's good. Do whatever you can to stay alive. I just think it's playing cute. Yeah, you're hitting those shots, my guy. You just heard it right there. Yep, Fair made like an sound, and that means she's taking damage. And so your reaction should be to look up and start healing her. Alright, good heals on the Fair while she ults. That let her live like at least 50% longer than she normally would have been able. Alright, just small nitpicking. This is more micro than anything, but like, when a Reaper comes out of Wraith form, you always want to be ready to sleep him. Because you never know if he's going to Death Blossom on cart. It's like, yeah. But it doesn't really matter, it's very minor. Your job as Anna is to like
Take your medicine.
not only be healing your team, but also like be preventing threats. And the way you, oh, I saw this
Ultimate is charging.
yellow marker. I forgot. And the way you prevent threats is with your sleep dart, so you can sleep stuff like Genji sword or nano targets. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so Anna Winston come to contest card. She sleeps your, there Anna sleeps your Bastion, and then nades you. And your reaction is to nade your full health Bastion, which is the, I mean, you're dead anyways because you're purple. You can't nade yourself to heal, and the Winston's on you. But it's just a case of like not using your nade the best way you could.
I'm not ready.
If anything, like hindsight 2020, but like throw it at the Anna or Winston with purple on them.
Let's keep the payload moving.
This will protect us.
Get back in the fight. Need to move the payload.
Should go back to heal your Winston.
Mecha activate.
Heal up.
Don't be doing as much healing as possible. You don't want you don't want them to be getting dead healing. This is sort of a term I made up. No one else will probably get it, but dead healing is like healing they receive, but it doesn't charge any ults. So support heroes in this game get ult charge from healing. So let's put it like, let's talk hypothetical here. Say your team as a whole takes 1,000 damage in a team fight, and the team fight is over, and you have 1,000 damage to heal. So they need 1,000 points worth of healing. The best case scenario is that the healers on your team do all 1,000 points of healing, but rather than them receiving some dead healing, so like healing from the card or picking up health packs that aren't hacked by Sombra. Because when they pick those up, they get health points back, but nobody gets any ult charge from it. So that's why I call dead healing. So your job is, one of your responsibilities as a support is try to soak up as much of the healing, try to do as much of the healing as possible, so that they don't have to rely on dead healing as much. That'll help you build ult charge more quicker. And the more you have your ult, the more you can win fights. Alright, I think you tended to go for an anti here, but yeah, I just fell a little bit short. But it was a good decision, just the mechanical part of it just wasn't there. It just wasn't executed properly. Alright, right here you see a threat. Yep. The correct decision is to sleep with that guy. But good thing he dies. Anyway, so. Yep. So your monkey solo jumps to Reaper. That's never a good choice. Unlucky the Diva Max.
Take your medicine.
Yeah, just keep blocking and retreat. Yeah, those are one of the situations where sure you're never standing still. I don't like how much you stand still while you aim. Like this won't be fixed overnight, but you just gotta get in the habit of just start practicing. Like the only way to get better is just keep doing it.
Get in there.
Right here you should throw purple. Yep, nice. Ideally, you don't need to walk that close to throw purple. Like you just stay right here, nade on your monkey, and then throw nade, and then back up because the Diva's on you. I think you have to throw a nade. Some people throw a nade at themselves to heal themselves, but you need the purple on them, or the Ana will just keep pocketing the Bastion. Hopefully, once. So I think you made the right choice.
Hello. Hello there.
I think you're solo supporting. Okay, yeah, one exception to that dead healing rule I made. When you're playing support, you want to make use of health packs as much as possible, because, especially when you're playing Ana, because why not just pick up health packs so you can save your nade Ts more offensively, so you don't have to save nade Ts for yourself. So you want to be positioned near health packs.
Good job, guys.
As Ana.
See, when we don't try to work together.
Select your hero.
I think you are solo healing. So.
There's nothing
And it's,
I haven't
and it's
seen.
probably one of the better solo healers because she can just nade herself instantly for 100 health. She doesn't rely on others as much. And she just puts out a fuck ton of healing.
Attack complete.
Sorry, dude. I don't know why I'm so tired.
3. Escort.
So you're up 1, you're up 2. That's a really good start. And your team's pretty healthy. That means they can keep pushing forward. Oh, that's lucky. Died before you knew. Right here, yeah. Another situation you don't need a nade. He's waiting behind a wall. He's waiting for you to get healing. So he's in a pretty safe spot. You don't need a nade. He's not in any immediate danger. Just put 3 shots on him, he should be fine, and you still have your nade. And you can use it right here to top yourself off.
30 seconds remaining.
I think it's hacked. Unlucky.
Heal up. I've seen worse. You've got
You're lucky.
Apagando las luces.
This situation of, yep, stop moving here to heal your Bastion. I think that's why it's a real easy rocket on you.
10 seconds remaining.
You guys are even right now, 4-4.
My ultimate is almost
They're all
ready.
really low.
Overtime.
Well, their mercy's down. Just get on point.
Hanzo's fragging out.
This is going to hurt.
We're on the Roadhog, so I can't self-heal.
Go. I'll keep you busy.
This is just really nitpicky here, but
Going to hurt.
I would hold the nade until he actually like starts the animation of healing, because that's really the only healing you need to block here. Also, on the you have to just holding nade for a little bit longer prepares you for the scenario in which case he either hooks one of you so that you can just instantly nade yourself and him and get the healing while doing damage and blocking heals, or he hooks your Hanzo and you can save him with the nade because you can both heal and debuff.
Going to hurt. Go.
Cause yeah.
I'll keep you.
Also, yeah, you got the damage on him, but the anti-heal doesn't really do much here unless he presses E into your anti-heal, which no sane person would ever do. So it's better wait for him to start healing before you throw the anti-heal in.
Get me.
Like, the sports are all dead, so there's no healing.
You'll be fine.
Okay, right here you had Nano.
Fine. Get me.
Once again, I would Nano Monkey here because this is a pretty vertical map and he has to reach the people on the high ground.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
But I would also Nano the Bastion right here because he's taking a lot of damage. And since we're in overtime right now, the enemy team is trying to force us off the cart, so they're going to be coming to us. So Bastion's really good. Especially, yeah, especially since they're out of mech, they have no damage to block Bastion. But she Diva bombs, and it's really unlucky because that means he can't use his nano to do damage, he has to run away.
Get in
Yeah,
there.
it's just unlucky. Oh, okay, well, you just killed the monkey with a nade? He was on your head. Oh, that's funny.
I will keep you healed.
It's a good nade. Save your monkey.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
You're covered.
Sort of concerned about your awareness here. A little bit lack of awareness. Not that major. But right here, you see a translocator fall, and you hear the noise, like the noise when it hits the ground. So
Payload has reached.
our immediate reaction would be to like look over there and see if she's translocating next to you.
You're covered.
If she doesn't, then you can just camp it and wait for it to translocate eventually.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, you always want to be aware of your surroundings. It's really unfortunate how you got wallbang there. DPS keeps peeking the Widow with no
I'll
heal.
rest when the fighting is done. Get back in the fight.
Oh, the door's closing. Oh no, C9.
No, bad shit. Fine. You didn't get on point.
Even Platinum knows what C9 is. So funny. Oh, it's so funny how big this meme's become.
Switching sides.
Yeah, really?
Prepare your defenses.
I'm so sorry, dude, for the yawning. Really unfortunate pin by the Doomfist, but honestly, your team was pretty screwed because there's no tanks on point, and the DPS are like pushing cart, and the Widow's shooting them.
I grow tired of
Alright, let's skip this pair phase.
If you're gonna throw, yeah, why would you make us play this long?
So your monkey jumps to stop cart. Your diva should be falling with him, matrixing damage so that he can stay there a bit longer and get his jump back up so he can jump out. But
Move on.
he just seems content peppering.
I don't even know. I'm not paying attention.
Keep healing your monkey because he's not full. Yep. Saw someone else critical, I think. Yeah, right here. So you need to be wary. I think it's just Sombra. So I think Sombra being critical is not that bad because she usually always has a translocate up. Oh no, it's for Genji. Yeah. Sucks. Once again, you should not be full. You should not be dropping high ground. I guess you wanted to heal the Genji, but it's a lot better for the Genji just to climb up onto the roof than you dropping for to heal him. You should just stand here and keep healing your monkey. Actually, don't even stand here. There's a Widow. Like, there's a Widow right here, so you should stand behind the sign and keep shooting down on the monkey.
I will keep you healed.
Peeking out like this is really dangerous. Now you're really low with the nade. So now we're in a really bad spot. We're below half HP. We do have both abilities, but we're right next to the whole team, and we don't have anywhere safe to go if we get jumped. Because if we get jumped right here, there's not that much distance to cover, and there's no health packs anywhere nearby except the one mega gas, but it's pretty far. If you go for an anti here, it gets blocked by the Blitzball. Unlucky.
Anna!
At least you do. At least you do get the healing free nade, but your diva's calling for heals, but you're on the low ground, so you can't see her because she's on the roof. Okay. This is sort of inefficient nade right here. You 850 damage from a Helix rocket. What you should do is wait to take at least 100 damage because your nade heals for 100, so you want to get the most effectiveness out of your nade. So you don't want to nade yourself until you take at least 100 damage. And in this case, he just shoots. You just eat splash damage from a rocket, and he doesn't shoot you ever again. So you could have saved your nade here, and you could have saved your nade here, and maybe thrown it at the diva. Keep her in mech.
Yeah, that's game.
Excuse me for dropping in.
The teammates are calling game, but it's honestly not game because even if you do die here, it takes a while for them to push the card and to open the gate. So you guys have at least one more fight. You just need to make sure you regroup at 6 and you don't stagger like your monkey's doing. Yeah, I think you're using nades a bit too freely. Like right here, you should be nading yourself. You definitely need to be spamming X or calling orb. Because if you get orb, then you don't have to nade yourself. Then you can nade yourself when you don't have orb.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
60 seconds remaining.
Like I've watched some VODs of mine where I don't use nade
Boost is ready to deploy.
or sleep for like almost a full minute because there's really no need to. And all of Aaron's abilities just have such long cooldowns that it's really brutal if you mess them up.
Get in there.
Yeah, you should have nanoed your blade here. You probably wouldn't gotten body shot to death if you did. Oof. be hitting those shots. Zenny has a really high priority target to keep you alive. He's also helping you heal, and he does a lot of damage.
10 seconds remaining.
Why can't we kill their Mercy?
I think right here you're set.
10.
Yeah, right here is another case of heal order, like who do I heal? Unfortunately you don't have nades, so you can't splash them both with the nade and then alternate between them with the 50% buff. So you gotta pick one.
Why can't
Okay. So Winston puts his bubble down. So you know Winston's not gonna be taking any damage very soon, unless he walks out of his bubble, which I don't think he'll do that. But your diva is out of the bubble, and she's taking damage. So you can see the Winston zapping her, and she's probably taking a lot of frontal damage. So in this case, you wanna heal your diva right away. Again, you don't have to nade this movie because he's behind this wall. He's peeking. He's just playing this wall. He's pretty safe from almost all damage. Just hit him with your normal shots. Save the nade for an anti on this diva. Or when you really need a burst heal your tanks. So you get forward spawn. Your rest of your team probably
let's
won't.
just wait for them all.
The
We have a little
payload
bit
has
of
reached
time.
the checkpoint.
So yeah, on this point, especially when the point's right here, you should be playing on the bridge with your Hanzo, because there's a corner you can use to line. Say if they have a sniper, you can use that corner of the building on the high ground to line the sniper. Also, high ground is king on Ana, so you can. It's really easy to throw nades on low ground and heal your teammate and heal your tanks who are gonna be diving onto point. Also, you won't be as vulnerable to shit like this hack and this Doomfist that's charging.
They threw. Fuck.
So yeah, without you, I think you're the solo healer, so yeah, the tanks just get melted.
There
You're
goes
not
my
getting
ult.
rid of me
Got
that
fucking hacked.
Nerf this.
Yeah, you just gotta work on staying alive more. 'Cause when you're alive, then your whole team is alive, or usually.
Final score 4-5.
Okay, I think that's about right. Alright. Well, let me just type up a few notes for you. In case you don't have time to watch this whole video, which this is almost an hour long, so yeah, my bad. I ramble a lot and I repeat myself a lot, but so yeah, I'll just give you some TLDR or TLDW. Some concepts I went over. Okay, one. Say be more conservative with your nade. Priority should be keeping yourself alive with your nade over getting big anti. You can't see this. Just scrolling over. Getting big anti. Which is more important than saving teammates. And you can't do any of this if you don't have your nade up. 2, position, work on position. Stay further back from fights, hug walls, play near health effects. I keep going out. Fuck. Play near health effects. Health effects. Abuse high ground. This is very important. As Anna, you have to abuse high ground because you're technically a sniper, and snipers work best when you have the biggest sight lines. Like imagine if you're on a really high ground, like Hollywood second phase. If you're on like on top of the building, the two buildings, how's the tracer gonna reach you? She can't. You're basically invincible to tracer unless she takes a lift. Like yeah, sometimes taking high ground is a bit tedious because you have to take a long way when you're coming back, but usually it's worth it. I'll call these. I have some more stuff, but these are the most important. Most important. Heal order. So yeah. Keep in mind. How should I lay this out? You want to keep in mind percent health, percent of their max health. So like I forgot to explain this, but who is in more danger? A 50%, a Winston at 50%, or a Tracer at 50%? That's just a bad example because Tracer has blinks and shit. A Winston at 50% or a McCree at 50%? The McCree is definitely more in danger because 50% of McCree's health is 100, but Winston will have 250 health. So he's not in as danger as dying. So if like both your McCree and Winston are at 50%, then you want to heal your McCree first. Percent max health. You also want to take consideration how likely they are to receive damage. And also consider their potential impact on the fight. So, okay, how likely they are to receive damage? Imagine that instead of 50% health Winston and 50% health McCree, you have a Winston at, let's say, 100 HP, and your McCree is at also at 100. But your Winston is inside his own bubble, hiding from the fight. But your McCree is maybe like out of the bubble. I don't know how, but he's out of the bubble and he's playing sort of like by himself. In that case, your McCree has like more health than your Winston. Wait, actually, it's a shitty example because you would heal your McCree anyway based on max health. Your Winston, I would say, is in more danger of dying than McCree because he has a bigger hitbox, even though they both have 100 health. But he's playing inside a bubble, so he should be hopefully relatively safe. In this situation, the specific situation, you just need to hit the McCree once, and he should be okay for a little bit, and then you can throw a nade on your Winston and heal him up. I'm just imagining this in my head. I hope I don't think you're falling, but like, yeah. So tanks usually have to sum it up. Tanks usually have damage vegetation, so they're not always needing heals right away. Usually it's DPS that are in danger of getting bursted down. Potential impact in the fight. Here you want to consider who offers the most consistent damage. Who will benefit you the most if you keep them alive and pocketing them. So it depends, like you know, well, what kind of hero and ults. So let's say you're like fighting overtime for a point, trying to clear the point, and you have a diva and Winston on point. Um, who's more important to keep alive, the Winston or the diva mech? And I would say the Winston because it's just really easy to kill shit with the Tesla gun because you can't miss, and it's really good at clearing squishies. Okay, now some from side notes. Stop standing still. That's a crucial error. I think if you start moving more while you're aiming, even just slight AD, because Anna's hitbox is cancerous when she ADs, because her whole body like swings. I think that'll increase your survivability a lot. What else? I had it in my head. I fucking forgot. I can't believe I forgot. Alright, whatever. I'll just move on to the next one. Stop staying still. Work on aim. Like it's an FPS game. Everyone's aim can always get better. Especially on Anna, like having better aim will just put you in so much better spots. Because not only can you dual traces better, but you heal your teammates more. Like everything is just better when you have better aim. Oh yeah, I remember now. Work on awareness of surroundings. It was like, I don't know what your sense is, but you want to make sure you, especially on support, you are at a comfortable sense where you 180 frequently, because the higher you up you go, and people are more likely to play flanker classes, and it's really important that you turn around to deal with them, and you not just say stay scoped in or stay aiming at your team, hoping that someone else will deal with them. Sometimes you just have to take initiative in dealing with them. What else? Fuck. This is the most. It's no brainer about like maximize heals. I'm not gonna write that down. Oh yeah, work on. I would say actually, since I need to do it once, learn how to quick scope. If you don't know what it is, just look it up. Or I mean, I do it a lot in my VODs. I think I have some Anna VODs. Make sure it's from make sure it's somewhat recent. Like it has to be 2017. I don't think I quick scoped in 2016. But basically, it's just you tapping right click really quick and getting a hit scan shot off before you left click. And you do that while you're in the air, so you don't lose any momentum. So you jump, scope, shoot, unscope, and then you land, and you keep all your momentum, but you still get the benefits of the hit scan heal. Anything else? Oh yeah. Don't drop. Work on abuse high ground. Don't drop from high ground. So I think this is basically sums up. Honestly, I did a lot of criticizing in this VOD. I don't know if it's because I'm like hella tired or something, but you had some good moments. You played well, and your count is like what, level 40, 40-ish? Like that's pretty new, and you're platinum. Like that's really good. Most people start gold when they first place, and really you just need some more time in the game, and I think you'll get a lot better. Usually people don't really I don't think people really know the game until they at least level 100. So yeah, dude, just keep grinding it. You'll get there. I believe. If you have any questions, sorry. I'm really sorry for doing this half-assed because I'm like really tired. But I really wanted to get this out to you as soon as possible. So if you have any questions, yeah, just DM me at Discord. I think you have me added. Or if you want me to like teach you any mechanics of the game, I'm always down. Like how to insta-kill people, how to insta-kill 200 HP heroes when you sleep them from full HP, or like how to kill Tracer and stuff like that. Or how to animation cancel. So yeah. Sorry I couldn't do a more in-depth guide. Sorry this is like really half-assed. So yeah, all feedback welcome. Really help us improve your play. Yeah, yada yada yada. Sorry, I'm not good at endings. So yeah, I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now. But thanks for watching. Hope it helps.